Lord. Glad to be saved tonight.
Amen.
I figure I get an amen from that. I hope so. If you will, turn with me to Matthew chapter 5, verse 6. And the very first words of those songs is, He's the fountain for a thirsty soul. And I'm just so glad that when I'm thirsty and I need Him in my life, when I need His Spirit on me, then He provides no matter what. But it says in this verse, blessed are they, in verse 6, it says, blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. There are many things in this life that we can hunger and thirst after. There's many things, like we can thirst to be good at something. We can be thirst to, be good at sports or something worldly. But if we thirst and hunger after God and after Him, then we shall be filled, because He's the fountain that fills each and every spiritual need that we have in our lives. We just have to hunger and thirst after. There's a lot of us that say that we want something spiritually, that say that we want the power of God on us, but then we don't hunger and thirst after those things. We have to hunger and thirst, and we have to stay in our Bible, and we have to be able to, because God has the table, He has the food on the table. We just have to eat. We have to pick up that spoon or fork. We have to eat what He has put on the table for us, and we have to do the things that He wants us to do, and we shall be filled. And then it goes on to say in verse 7, blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. And there's so many things that we need to joy in, and I didn't say what my title is, but it's joy in the Lord. And there are so many things that we have in the Lord, and joy is the number one thing, and salvation that we can have, and that is joy right there, just within itself. Because if we can't joy about anything else, if we can't have joy in anything else, we can have joy knowing that we are saved. And if you don't know that you're saved, you can have the joy that doesn't go away. There are so many things, desires and all the many things that we have that makes us happy for just a little bit. But I'm just so glad that God's salvation, when I got saved, I can just look back to that night, and it will just make me happy no matter what. And there's so many things that we can look back to, and it just won't bring the same joy. But if we look back to the cross and what He has done for us, and what He has done, He shed His blood for my sins, not His own. He didn't do it to save His life. He did it to save this old wretched person like me and like you. And there's so many people that'll do the wrong things, but God is still merciful, and that's why we need to be merciful unto others, because we do so much more to Him, but He is still merciful. And we get mad when somebody does one little thing to us, but we need to be merciful unto them. We need to be forgiven like God has been forgiven to us. And verse 8 says, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. And just like I said, there's nothing like being saved. And blessed are the pure in heart. If you are pure in heart, if you are saved, then one day you will see God. And I'm just so glad that since I'm saved, I will be able to see the one that saved me one day. And I'm just so thankful that God is just providing my every single need. And one day I'll be able to thank Him for all those many things. I mean, we could thank Him on this earth, but there's going to be nothing like it when we get to heaven. We're able to thank Him face to face. There's a lot of times that we can thank people on text for something that they've done, but yet until we get face to face and thank them for what they've done, it doesn't mean the same thing. I'm just so glad that one day I will see His face, and I'll be able to see Jesus' scarred hands, and that He mended my heart with, as Dad said. And I'm just so thankful that I can have joy in knowing that I can see God. And it goes on to say in verse 9, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. And we have to go to people and give them the joy in the Lord. We can't just beat them on top of the head with our Bibles. We have to go to them with peace, because they won't cause a child of God if we go over there and beat them and say, you're a sinner and you need to get rid of these things in your life. We have to go with peace and with love, and then people will look at us with that we're like a child of God. And it goes on to say in verse 10, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. We may be persecuted a lot of times, even if we do go to Him with peace, even if we do go to Him with love. They'll call us a Bible thumper, all these many things that they may call us day to day. But yet, I'd rather be persecuted for those things than the things that I could be doing. Because you think, how in the world can you be happy that somebody's persecuting you. Be happy that somebody is, bashing you for all these things. But I'm just so glad that the reason why I can be glad of that is because for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. We have to withstand the persecution. We have to withstand. We have to be strong. We have to count on God to give us that strength. Because there's no one in this world that can give us that strength except for God. And verse 11 says, "Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake." You're blessed when people persecute you for His sake, not for anybody else's sake. People will say, why are you friends with this person? And then they might actually be bad. But I'm just so glad when people say, why are you, friends with Jesus? Why are you a Christian? That's something to be grateful for. Because I know that He isn't bad. I know that He is good, and all that He provides is good.
Amen.
And verse 12 says, "Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you." If you think about Paul, he persecuted Christians his whole life, and then one day God, He took him and He changed his life, and then he began to get persecuted, and he began to go through all these things, but yet he was so much more happy after he turned into Paul instead of Saul. We can be so much happier if we are just saved. And if you are not happy tonight, just think about that night that Jesus saved you. It saved you from where you could have been.
That's right.
A lost sinner just going straight for hell. But yet Jesus seemed fit to hang His hands out wide and say, "I love you this much."
That's right.
And He just saved my soul, and I'm just so thankful that He can save anybody's soul, no matter what they're doing, no matter what they've done. God can save your soul.
That's right.
That's what I've got.
Amen.
Amen.